It's no longer 0.2. It's .025? Doesn't seem right. Oh wait. Yes. 20 divided by 0.68. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add another scene here. So I'll add a reference, and then Yo, what's up, William? How you doing, man? So I'm actually just gonna make like some sort of debugger today, or I think that's what we're gonna work on. Um, basically, show you. Like I'm trying to redesign all of the rooms now. I think we have like a really good like I just edited all the numbers for like the dashes and stuff, so everything is gonna be consistent now. But what I'd like to do is like record like all of my movement throughout the game. It's mainly for debugging. It's probably not going to be in the game itself, but it's like from me going down here to like over here to like up here. It's gonna record all of that movement. So like I'm gonna either place a line or like rectangles everywhere or like tiles to represent which ones I've touched. And this will help me like redesign some of the rooms so I know exactly where to put it. We do have like certain numbers, like our jump is always it's always going to be 3 tiles high, or our dash is always going to be like 7 tiles, or no, 8 tiles across. But it's kind of hard to visualize that without like putting something on the screen. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do with this new method. I'm either going to draw lines everywhere, but I think maybe the best method would probably be to put like tiles everywhere. So like if I'm here, we'll put a pink tile right here. If I'm over here, we'll put a pink tile right there. And then maybe I'll put like an option on the side to like turn it on or turn it off. I'm not sure yet. We're trying to figure out like the best way to implement it, because we could just use another tile map. It's just a matter of figuring out like how we're gonna have the player communicate with this new system. Yeah. And what we could do, like, later on, I might give us, like, the freedom to, like, you know how in some games it'll show exactly where you died? We can recycle this debugger system to, like, show where the player died last time. Or, like, you know in Mario Maker, where it'll show you where everyone has died? If you play, like one of those community maps. So we could do something like that. We'll see. But yeah, it's just a matter of figuring out how we're gonna have our player do this. I mean, our player is a child of the entire world, but yeah, we're gonna have to grab a reference to our room, because that's probably where we're gonna put it. We're gonna have our player communicate with each of these room scenes, and then the room scene itself is gonna place the tile. Before I do that, actually, I'm gonna back everything up. And hey, how's it going, Chev? So yeah, in our last stream, we got our new dash system. I mean, it's not too much different, but basically what we do now is we just have a timer. Ideally, I should have figured out a way to like calculate our jump distance, but I kind of just did it by hand. Like I kept changing the numbers until we found out what brought us to like 7 or 8 tiles across with our dash. Oh shit, wrong player. But yeah, I just messed around with the numbers. I think we put it in our dash function. So yeah, it's just 240. So for 0.2 seconds, we're moving at, I'm assuming it's 240 pixels per second, but I'm not entirely sure what this number represents. I kind of just kept guessing until we got the right number. But yeah, so let's grab a reference to our room. Let's do it, map stuff. Maybe we'll just make a new section here, because I don't think I have anything for like wall climb, jumps. Oh shit, I just realized you guys see our Chrome over here. Hey, how's it going, Sparky? Oh yeah, I'm full HD. I just got a I got a new camera. I tried in one of my other streams. A family member was watching, and they were like, "Wow, your room is a mess. Like, what are you doing, man?" And I got a little self-conscious about that, so I tried implementing the, like the invisible background thing. But I think I would need like a green screen. I tried it out, and I thought the HD camera would make it look good, or it looked better, which it does. But it's like, it still looks pretty tacky. I can show you guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, I need a green screen, but they're expensive, man. I looked them up, and it's literally just like, what is it, like nylon material, and then they were charging like $60 for that. Might as well like go buy some construction paper and put it in the background. Let's see. Background removal. And then okay, let me know what you guys think. I thought this looked kind of tacky. Yeah, I could buy like a green blanket. That's not a bad idea. Premium quality. Oh yeah. I love how my head's like morphing. You can barely see my finger pointing. Like, what the hell is this, man? Yeah, it's tacky. Maybe if I got a green screen, it'd look better. Maybe I should test it out with something. But yeah, not today, not today. Let's get rid of it. I mean, I just got a better camera, so that should be enough for now. All right, let's get to it. So yeah, we're gonna need a reference to our room, which I don't think we have, but I do think we have it in our level managers. Let me see. Current room. So what we'll do for now, let me just see if our player can access it. Or if it even gets updated. I know I add so many variables to our game, and sometimes, like, you'll see here I have like test variables, and then sometimes I just completely forget about them, and they're forever stuck in our game. So let's do var current room equal to, I'm gonna do onReady actually. We'll spam it in our physics process for now. And I hope this is a node rather than just like the name. Sometimes I just put the name. Didn't NVIDIA make an AI green screen? Honestly, so there is an option. There is an option to use your graphics card. I tried it; it still looked pretty bad. I did try it with the new camera, so maybe I could try that. But I don't really have high hopes. I think if I want to make it look good, I probably need a green screen. Oh, did I use? I actually haven't just yet. I just started streaming, so. I'll do that today. Hopefully, I'll do it during this stream. Let's add this new tile thing first, and then I'll add the new animations. Because I think I'm gonna probably switch out from the animation tree or remake the animation tree, and I want to do that first before I add the new animations. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check out the new video. Send me a DM. Honestly, I don't really use YouTube that much. But I will check it out. Oh, nice. What sort of stuff are you working on Alright, so we have a reference to our camera. So what I'll do here is we're gonna have to figure out, like, we might want to put this in like increments, and grab the thing that's kind of difficult about this is that, like, there's so many different scenes, and right now our player is in our world scene and he's not technically inside the room. So we're gonna have to find a way to, like, oh, actually, I think I know the way. I know the way. We're gonna have to put. We're gonna have to figure out every time he's in a new tile, and the way we do that, I think we have to use like modulate. So every time, let's try to print this out. We're gonna do some quick keyboard. All right, yeah. Thanks, Chev. I'll look it up. I'll look at it after the stream. Okay, position divided by cell size times cell size. This should work. Let's see. This is going to be our global position, and we want to reduce it back to. Honestly, actually, we could put this in our world. That way, we'll figure it out as we go. So global position divided by vector 2. Floor. Let me get rid of this. Would I use an axis aligned bounding box for that? Not sure. Axis aligned. What do you mean by axis aligned? The thing that's weird about it is that our entire, like, each of our rooms, like, unless I redesigned each of our rooms, some of our, like, scenes are a lot different from each other. So, like, if I can show a good example. So, I mean, one thing to note is that each of our rooms, sometimes they don't start on the origin. Let me see if I can find an example here. Or maybe after I started redesigning each of the rooms, all of them are on the origin, but like one of the later rooms, sometimes the origin is like right here. And so, like, I can't do it based on the origin or like our current screen resolution. I have to just, like, I always have like some code in the background, like making up for it. Oh, it's a class in Godot. What's it called again? Axis aligned bounding box. Oh, I think I did use it at some point for something else. I think I used it for disabling objects in each of our rooms, but I think I got rid of it just because now I just have these area 2Ds checking for collision, and if we're not in this room, I just disable all of these objects. So none of these objects are active when we're not in them. Let's see here. Let's do, so we have a reference to our room. Let's just print out, this should work. Let's see what we get. And I mean, what we could do is have our player send a reference to this room and then have our room set it locally. So all we have to do technically is grab our global position, and then on our tile map, we could just say map to world or world to map, and then it would easily place it. So it won't be too complicated. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it here, but let's just see if this works. It's mostly good for a quick overlap check. I'll look into it. Floor. Oh, floor. Position divided by cell size. Dot 4. So floor doesn't work. Why are they telling me to use floor? Oh, whoops. Gotta put this here. Alright, so we're getting 11456. This doesn't seem right. Current tile. Should be. No, it's still incorrect. The tile we should be getting is like 0. Yeah, it should be in the hundreds. Whatever 1000 divided by, or 1456 divided by 8 should be somewhere around that. But honestly, I don't think we have to figure this out anymore. What we could do is just have we'll create a new function that grabs the current room, and then from the current room, we'll say world to map. Let's do this. Func. Level manager dot. Oh, welcome, Alfonso. Alfonso is Sparky on Twitch. Anyone wondering? Level manager dot current room or current room. And then what we'll do here is we're probably gonna want to tell it to run a function, but we'll say, let's say we could technically run a function here. Well, we'll run it here for now, and then we'll see how it goes. So we'll do current room. We'll want to add a function, and we're probably going to want to add another tile map. So let's do that real quick too. We'll call this, actually, we'll probably want to do it in this auto tile map or in our background auto tile map, just because it already exists. If we do it in another one, or if we create a new tile map, I'm gonna have to add it to all of our rooms, unless I added it to all of our rooms from code. But for now, since we're just testing it out, let's just do it in this scene here. It's not showing. It shows. I see you. Changing it back to a rigid body because I have commitment issues. I feel like, I mean, do you have like, you have a lot of physics in your game, right? I feel like a rigid body would be perfect for that. That way you don't have to deal with, at least that's what I used. I used a rigid body for my space game. It was like a 2D space game, but rigid body was really nice. Your name, oh, I see. Oh, it did. It updated now. Now you're Sparky TV. All right, so we're gonna put this in our. Honestly, maybe we should put this in the wall decorations auto tile. Maybe I'll rename it to something else. Let's see. We'll put in the Godot icon for now. Or like half of the Godot icon. Make sure it's 8x8. Or we'll put like his nose, or like half of his nose. His mouth. So this is 7. So what we'll do is we'll make a new function and we'll call it place record tile. And then maybe we want to grab the position of our player and we'll do world to map. So we'll do wall decorations auto tile dot set tile, set cell v of map to world or world to map. Oh, let's pause. World to map of pause, and we'll set it to 7. Right, hopefully this works. Yeah, so we have a few people helping out with the art, but everyone seems pretty busy lately. Like I only get updates like maybe once a week or something like that. So yeah, having multiple artists helps, but yeah, I would say you're the main artist at the moment, Sparky. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, putting them on a different layer would help, yeah. Alright, so what we'll do in our world now is for world to map, honestly I'll call this something else, place record tile. Probably want to write this in a different way, but we'll do level manager dot current room dot, what do you call it, place record tile dot and then we'll grab our global position. Now I'm not sure. Yeah, it should place our global position. We might have to convert this to our local position. I'm not entirely sure just yet, but let's try it out. What we're gonna want to do now I don't want to spam it too much. We are going to put it in our physics process for now. But honestly, it might make us lag out. Let's see. Place record tile. So we go from place record tile, level manager, the current room, place record tile of our global position, and then global position, wall decoration, set cell V of wall decorations, auto tile, route to map of our position, and set it to 7. All right, here goes nothing. Current room, so world to map on base null instance. So this. Let's try this. Let me just see. Toss vector 2. It's very strange. Wall decorations auto tile should exist. Attempt to call world to map on base instance. Okay, so at the moment, wall decorations auto tile is it doesn't exist for some reason. I think maybe we have to wait a few seconds before everything gets instanced because this is running in our physics process. I would assume everything in our physics process runs only after everything is running, but maybe it has to do with our So yeah, we've got our room here, room 20, current room 20. Oh wait a second. Current room is a dictionary, but so then maybe we want to go back here. Believe we want to do .key or .value. Didn't know it was a dictionary here. No, it's not. Okay. Let's comment this out for a quick second. Current room is room 20 colon What I don't get is down here, it's printing out room and then colon no 2D, which would make it a dictionary, I'm pretty sure. If we look at our room here, let's see, current room. Nope. Let's see our world. Yeah, current room is equal to node, and then, yeah, okay. So it is a node 2D. I don't know why it's printing room 20. Maybe I printed the name. Let's see. Or maybe that's something that they updated with Godot 4.0. I've never seen that before. Or not 4.0. What am I using here? I'm using 3.4. Okay, yeah. So it is the right node. I guess the way they print it out now is they print the name and then the actual the node itself. But hopefully that doesn't give us any issues. So let's go back into our player here and figure out what is the actual issue. So level manager dot current room dot place record tile of our global position, and then if we go over here into our room and we go place record tile of position, comment this out for now. Oh, yo, what's up, Brad? If you're the Brad B that I'm thinking of, welcome. Welcome, man. You know, it's so strange. It's saying it's null once we once we place it here. Print wall decorations auto tile. Oh, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. Let's look back. I think maybe we don't have a wall decorations auto tile in the current room that we're in. This is a fairly new tile that I added. Let's go back into the world. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, that was the issue. We never had it in here. There we go. Okay, so now go back here and we could comment this out, and we should be good. Here goes nothing. Okay, so nothing gets placed just yet. Let's look back at this. Wall decorations auto tile. This is 7, and if I grab this, it should place. Okay. Let's see here. See if we're grabbing the correct reference. Honestly, it might be an issue with world to map. We might be grabbing the local position, or I mean the global position, and then it's putting it in the in its local position. So it's like teleporting all the way on the other side of the map somewhere. But let's just try it out. We'll do wall decorations, world to map of position. Let's see what that prints out for us. 184, -24. So yeah, that's our global position. So let me see here. Godot, convert global position to local position. What I think we could do is divide it or subtract it by, I think here. It should, we could just subtract the our room's global position by the value that we get, and then that'll give us the correct values. But I just want to make sure. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's just try it out. So what we'll do is, this is giving us our global position, so we'll do, we want to grab our global position minus pause, and we'll do our local position. So yeah, now we're at negative 38. That still isn't right. Wait, actually, negative 30. No. It shouldn't be negative 30, but it is 30. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's 30. It's just negative for some reason. And then 8. Yeah, these values are just opposite from each other. So it wouldn't be. Would it be position minus global? Oh, I guess it is position minus global position. Alright, so we got the correct reference. And so now we just have to place the tiles. Wall decorations. So it isn't doing anything just yet. Either that or maybe, I don't know, it should work. Let's see. Set cell V. What are we printing here? So wall decorations, that's still the wall decorations, auto tile, world to map, local tile position 7. $29 negative amount. It is, so they are being used. We are getting all of the updates. Okay. So why is it not updating? Let's hide our background auto tile for a split second. So it should be 7. I'll try 0 just to see maybe that reference isn't working. If it doesn't exist, I think it usually just sets that value to -1. Oh, we could have honestly just checked what that value was. But okay, yeah, so it's just a matter of figuring out. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna lag hella. We're gonna have to like put like a timer on this. Like right now it's running like throughout our physics process. So we'll do like a place tile timer and it'll happen every like 0.5 seconds rather than infinitely placing. Oh, actually, it usually won't lag. It's because we're printing our references. So let's just get rid of this, and it probably won't lag anymore because placing tiles isn't like hard on the CPU. But now we just need to figure out why 7 wasn't working. Is it? Let me try. I'll try restarting the engine, but here we'll put 6 just in case. No, okay. Let me just restart the engine. Oh, so in our wall decorations auto tile, it didn't even save. You know what it is? I think I didn't put it in the actual, I put it probably in a random other scene. So let's go here. Or maybe I just didn't save the scene. So let's go back into adding icon here. Alright, so now we have it. Hopefully I don't have to restart our engine. Place 7 here. Run it again. There we go. So yeah, I mean, it looks ugly. Maybe we'll make it prettier, just for the sake of the stream. But yeah, this will just help me figure out like what is our typical path, and then what I could do later on is just use this to record where we died. And right now it's super distracting. I like it though. Maybe we'll use like our own auto tile for this. Oh shit. Can we get across here? Okay. I won't torture you with my bad gameplay. Let's. Oh, honestly, I'll start adding the animations now. Let me fix this auto tile to be something cooler, or maybe we'll just make it like a white tile. See if we have anything. I'm sure we have like just a white box somewhere in our code. Or maybe we could use a light texture. Let's get rid of this. Oh, box light. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I'll just use this. This is 7. Run it again. It's still pretty ugly. We'll mess around with it later. But I'm glad it works. I'm honestly gonna get rid of it for now, but this will be great for when we start working on some more levels. All right. Sparky, I'm going to add your new animations right now. Let's see how it goes. Damn, I really should fix this though. God damn, it's so ugly. Let's shrink this back. Okay. I think I already downloaded it. Newhair.zip. New sprites. Split. I'm gonna create a folder for you, Sparky. You're still here. Did you update the idle animations too? I mean, I'm just curious. I didn't ask you to, so I'm not expecting it, but just want to make sure. Cause you sent me, I think you sent me like everything. Like I think you sent me the same like. Let's see here. Dash fall accelerated idle. Just look at idle. Oh, I think you updated the, did you update the idle animation too? Did you change this? I see, okay, awesome, okay. So I'll replace everything here. So maybe what we want to do instead is, instead of having to replace them all by hand, I'll just replace the files themselves. I'm gonna create like I'll back up the game real quick just in case something gets messed up. Or you know what I'll do? I'll just create a folder, update our let's see here. Where is sprites? Update sprites here. Okay. And then what we'll do, new hair. So you kept all the names the same, so that's great. Just copy all of this into our player sprites, which is we have so many files. It's like hard to keep track of everything. New sprites, no. Torches. Did I put it here? I think it was under here. Yeah, it's here. There we go. It replaced the import files too, but I don't think that'll matter. So yeah, this should be the new art right now. Oh yeah. We'll have to fix the colors. He keeps switching between like white and pink. I think the files that I sent you were older colors before I updated everything. Or before I updated the colors. Goddamn. And there's like one. So because we edited the speed of the game, or the player speed, these rooms definitely need to be redesigned, but there's one thing I don't like about our game at the moment, and that's it's like sometimes you have to move back to catch a certain spring. Like right there, I had to move backwards just to catch it, and I don't like that. I think it's poor level design when you do that. But I mean, we are going to redesign the levels anyway. Oh damn, I'm dead here. Or like right here, the fact that I like land right there instead of going through. Another sign of poor level design. But yeah, we're gonna work on that. And that's why I made the debugger for, not the debugger, but like that thing that records our movement, just so I can see where our player went. And maybe what we'll want to do is make sure that those tiles don't reset until after we died again. Goddamn, I'm so bad. Yeah, the animations look good. I think we could update them a little bit more. Like, you know, when he's falling, maybe make that instant. Like right now, it kind of just looks like a stick. But I think it looks good. I think it just could get some more animations. You know what I mean? And speaking of which, I do have another animation for you. What I would like. So we decided to keep the dash delay. So like you're like frozen for a split second after you dash. It'd be nice to have his hair flow while we're in that state. So it's only 0.2 seconds, but that's enough for like maybe 1 or 2 pixels. I mean, 1 or 2 frames of animation of like his hair flowing in the opposite direction of like where he's going. So like if he you'll see if he dashes, his hair moves to the left. If I dash to the right, his hair moves to the left. But then after his dash animation, it'd be nice if his hair moved to the right. We're gonna have to figure out like transition animations too, because like going from the right to the left. Honestly, I was thinking about maybe we can have two separate animations. One for the player itself, and then one for the player. One for the player itself, and then one for the player hair. We'll see. Another thing that we could try to figure out, I might look into it, is messing around with maybe like having pixel hair movement with code. Kind of like, I think that's how Celeste does it. I'm not entirely sure. But we could do something like that. Oh, and also we have a bug here. Not a bug, but I can't jump down anymore. Like we can't jump through this tile here. I'll have to figure out why. I think I know why. Yeah, we do need to make it more fluid. The mechanics are, I think the mechanics are good. It's just the level design. Like these, oh wait, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. These rooms here, or like these 3 springs need to be moved around to perfectly match the like this. So our tile here brings, or our spring here brings us, I believe, 4 tiles across if there's no input from the player, and then our dash brings us 8 tiles across. So we need to make sure if we're let's say we're using a combination of our spring and our dash, then 7 plus 3, it needs to be 10 pixels wide for the player to make the jump, rather than it being maybe 9 tiles and then having the player have to move back just to hit this. It should all be fluid. There shouldn't be like any mistakes in that department. At least that's what I think. Are their walls also purposely animated, or it just looks like, do you see any clipping somewhere? I didn't notice any clipping. There is one slight issue with using, actually it shouldn't matter anymore with, I removed the camera smoothing. Originally our resolution was like, 1920 by 1080. And then we kind of just scaled the camera to work into this like room size. But now we're using pixel perfect animations, or pixel perfect animations and everything. So I removed camera smoothing because that makes like the camera jitter around a bunch. Unless we customize that smoothing to like lock on to certain pixels. Honestly, I'm not sure where you. I wish I knew what you were talking about. Let me know. I'm trying to see. There are animations with. There's like particles in our game with like us sliding on the wall and stuff. Like this right here. And you also might see flickering. Are you talking about the flickering thing? Oh yeah, it might be the stream. Okay. Yeah, I wish I knew what you guys were talking about. So maybe if it does look really cool, I'll actually add it to the game. All right, I'm done trying to get past these levels. Let me think. What else do we need to do? Oh, I kind of ignored Sparky there. Let's see what he said. So, not 1 or 2 pixels for the dash, but I mean, so I have 2 well, this isn't this isn't a player state, but it's like a delay. So basically what I do in our player state, we have a let me see, I did this yesterday, I believe. So in our dash, we while we're in the dash, we have this dashing variable, so you're always dashing while you're in the dash state. And then we set after dash delay to true. So basically for 0.2 seconds after, so once I'm like getting way too ahead of myself. We have this dash timer. At the start of our dash, this is how long our dash lasts. It lasts for 0.2 seconds. That's what dash duration is. And then after this timer times out, we start another timer. And that timer basically says timer until we enter fall. So for 2 seconds, or for 0.2 seconds, we're just stuck in mid-air. And during those 2.2 seconds, it would be nice to have some sort of animation. And the animation that I think would be nice is for the player's hair to just go back to normal. And that could either be from the player, if the player was dashing to the right, his hair it starts flowing to the left. And so, here, I dash to the left, you'll see my hair goes to the right. And then it'd be nice for the hair to go back to the left. Honestly, we're only maybe we shouldn't do it. Maybe I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Like I'm like focusing on animations too much. Just keep it simple. Oh shit, what was that? Kinda like teleported for a split second. Let me see that again. So yeah, like I said, we still need to redesign some of these rooms because like they're not perfect. You see how like I dash through and then I end up here, so then I have to move right a bit. Or if I dash too soon, like there should be more margin, I guess, more margin of error for the player. You don't want to make your game too pixel perfect or like pixel perfect mechanics, like forcing the player to get the correct frame exactly. Because it's I mean that could be the point of the game, but I'd prefer it for the player to be, you know, relatively bad, if that makes sense. So I don't want them being frustrated at the beginning, at least. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people, it's funny, like, for a lot of aspects in game development, like, you know, developers focus on a lot of the small things that people don't necessarily notice too much, but they would notice if it wasn't there. You know what I mean? So, like, you have to have it in the game. It's kind of like the standard now. Like, certain things about your game need to be there. And obviously players won't appreciate it, but they're not expected to. All right. Yo, Sparky, we'll talk about it. Maybe you have some ideas too. 'Cause, the animations, they seem good at the moment, but we could always like improve on them. Let me think. What else can we do? Honestly, those are like I assumed that placing the tiles like this thing was going to be a lot harder, but we got it relatively quickly. We added the animations. And that's all I really had planned for the stream. So I'm trying to think. Maybe we'll do some more level design. Maybe I'll try fixing this room here. Now that we have this new auto tile thing, here we'll work on that a bit. Let's see here. Let's place. Place right. Do that. Place right. Wonder if we could change the color of these tiles. No, I don't think so. It might make more sense to put this in our world function rather than in each of our rooms. That way, because like some of these rooms don't have the wall decorations auto tile. For example, that room that we were just in, I couldn't figure out why we were bugging out. It was because we didn't have it. I think here. I won't worry about it just yet. But yeah, that's something definitely to consider, especially if we can recycle this to add the death counter or record wherever the player died. So yeah, I'll definitely rewrite that. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess we'll do some playtesting. Some QA. So we know for sure this kind of has to be removed. Probably keep it like that. And I noticed every time we hit this tile here, we land up there. So we want to make sure, probably move this up one. Oh, it didn't save. What the hell? Wait, what? Oh, it did save. It just didn't save it. It should have saved now, because every time we die, we create a new instant. What the hell? You know, I don't know if it's because I switched to Godot 3.4, but originally I was able to like redesign rooms and then play it again. But now it seems like I have to like restart the game every time. I'm gonna try it in our main scene. Maybe that'll fix it. But yeah, after we update a room, it shouldn't. It like basically it creates a new instance, so it grabs the file from our directory. You know what? It's not even updating here, so is this just the wrong room? You know what it is? I'm just dumb. So yeah, we might want to move this one tile back, unless we do something like that. But I don't like to force the player to like sometimes diagonal jumps are better to get more distance. You get more distance from a diagonal jump than you would from a regular jump, and that's because you're getting you're only losing on one tile horizontally from a diagonal jump, but then you have all of that vertical distance, and then your gravity basically restarts at this exact point. So then you have so much more time to go down, and you get like two extra pixels rather than dashing. I guess right here we would dash, and we'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we dashed at this exact point. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It seems like it equals the same amount. But it's probably possible that we could have gotten an entirely extra pixel, or another tile right here. We could have kept moving and landed right here. So yeah, diagonal jumps definitely do give you more distance, but I don't want to create that habit for the player just yet. For later levels, maybe. So yeah, let's move this back. Oh, we still did a diagonal there. Let's just kill ourselves. So yeah, that's a lot better. We dash across. We maximized our distance doing a dash here, and then honestly we can move this up here to discourage the player from doing a diagonal. And then from here we did dash upwards. I still don't like the idea of honestly it might be fine. It might be fine. Let's try this one time. Yeah, I mean you could do horizontal dash. You know, another thing we could do is count the tiles. Like we'll put a number here just to see what our distances is. Kind of like that. You can get really creative with it. And I'll probably change the alpha value. This kind of looks ugly. And another thing to note is we probably want to put this tile down one, because right now we're grabbing our head. Our head is like kind of like the reference. I think it'd be better for us to put it one tile down. You know it, AP. So yeah, I think we'll keep that room the way it was, and we'll fix this room a bit. Let me see what happened here. So this was fine, and then yeah, that's the typical path that I take. Even from me playing this, like playing this a bunch, that's like the typical path. And so I wouldn't be surprised if other people make that mistake. So we're gonna move this tile over a bunch. Maybe by like 2 tiles. And then another thing I've noticed, maybe we'll want to make this a little wider too. Oh, it's still a little weird. And we still needed to move back a bunch. I don't know if I like that either. Try that one more time. And then we had to dash upwards, or like I felt like I had to dash upwards. Yes, I don't like that. The fact that we have to dash across. We could just make this longer. Or we could get rid of the bounce mechanic altogether. When you dash into a wall, it kind of like punishes you. So like I do this, you bounce off and you don't stick to the wall. You don't like stick to your landing. And I mean, you could still catch it again, but it's not ideal. So let me think here. Honestly, we'll just make this longer. I'll have future me solve the problem. Oh, and in this room, let's bring this closer. maybe even bring this down one. One of the biggest complaints I get from the game, or not complaints, but it's just like something that a lot of people say, is that my game is too hard. I mean, that's the point of the game. Like, it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be challenging, but it isn't supposed to be unfair. And so, like, getting pixel perfect, like getting frame perfect jumps shouldn't be the goal of the game. It should be more lenient in like that department. But I still want to figure out the best way to like keep the player going, like encourage them to keep playing without reducing the difficulty. And that's kind of hard to do. Yeah, it's just that, like, with games like these, you have to keep in mind, like, what is your, like, my target audience are, like, speedrunners or, you know, people who have played platformers as, you know, like, as kids or something. People who are fairly new to the genre are going to struggle a bunch. I mean, I played Mario a bit, but not too much. And when I played Celeste, I mean, I did struggle with it, but not to the degree that I guess maybe other people have. Like, I have played a bunch of, like, I guess 2D games in general, so I know how, like, the physics works. Or, like, you know, people are better at, like, learning from their mistakes. And that's why I have so many, like you know, your spawn resets after every room. So, like, you know, if you realize that you died right here, you should know, oh, maybe I have to jump higher or something like that. And some people aren't good at figuring that out. So you want to make, like, the thing shorter, or you want to make you want to introduce the mechanics as slow as possible. Yeah, Celeste was difficult, but, like, people who are even someone who's never played a platformer before could still beat Celeste, and that's just something really, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, their level design was just so good, because they knew how to, like, introduce the mechanic really well. We're gonna have to remove that recorder for now, like the tile record. I'm probably going to put that tile in our world map rather in each room. That way, I don't have to worry about certain rooms not having that auto tile. You might have noticed when I went into that room, we crashed. So I'll do that right now, actually. And another thing Celeste does that's really good is, like, I mean, they introduce the mechanics very slowly, and they don't really have any tutorials. Like, it's all about making the game itself a tutorial. So, like, you know, you usually don't get stuck, or you usually don't know, you usually know what to do, or, like, how to get across. Oh yeah, that's a speed run mechanic. I actually introduced, like, in Celeste, they have, like, this, there's, like, the speedrunning mechanic where you have to, like, you know, if you hold onto a wall for too long, you fall, and if you hold left on a jump, you jump across. But if you just press jump like this, you kind of just go up. We'll have to actually fix this a bit for our game, but basically there's there's like a speedrunning mechanic where you, like, hold onto the wall, you jump, and you don't lose any of your holding, like, your grip strength. You don't lose any grip strength. So what you would do is, like, you jump off, hold, and then move to the left. It's kind of hard to do, but that was the original mechanic that I had in this game. But it's kind of hard. Like, you don't want to limit that mechanic to this game. You don't want to make it like the base mechanic, because it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to master, so I removed it. Another cool thing with Celeste is, like, you know, if you hold, I should have like a controller that shows my input so you guys can see what I'm pressing. But you know, you can hold down if you're using the D-pad, down, right, and then dash, and then jump right away. You could like, you'll have like a speed dash, and then it resets your dash as well, so like you could dash twice. Once from the ground, and then once while you're in air, and that'll give you like super distance. You could basically jump across the whole map with that one mechanic. And what's cool about what they did with that is that they didn't make it like it's not a mechanic that's required to beat the game, but it is a mechanic that you can use to speedrun. And they also introduced the mechanic later on in like the bonus rooms, like the core of the mountain. If you go into the core of the mountain, you'll have to master that skill. And they actually do have they do have a written tutorial for that part. I might introduce something similar to that. We'll see. But right now, if you just dash, you can't. There's no input. Another thing you could do with that mechanic is you can combine it with walls too. So like, if you're holding onto a wall, you dash upwards and then jump while you're mid dash. It'll like keep that momentum, and you'll like jump really far. It's like the subtle things. That's what makes like Celeste so great. I'm like a Celeste fanboy. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna update the recording tile. We'll put it in our room, or in our world scene, rather than in each of these rooms. Let's get to it. Oh, and you said that was a speedrun tactic, like, you know, jumping over tiles and like stuff like that. That's what I was trying to do, like, kind of like reward the good players, because that was technically a really hard room, and with our new speed, it's even harder. I might redesign this part here, but you know, this leads us to finding a cat, which is like, you know, the collectibles in our game. You'll have to learn how to like jump over tiles. Honestly, you could probably go from here to here with the new jump mechanic, but going from here to here is really hard unless you still have your dash. So you know, you have to jump from this side of the square to this side of the square and then jump up here. And it can be frustrating sometimes, especially if you're very new. Alright. Let's go back into our player, and what we're going to do is we're just going to grab a reference to our world, which is, I think, the player's parent, so it won't be too difficult. Let's get rid of this. And let's go into our world here. What I'm going to do, I wonder if we want to add, yeah, we'll just add it here. And you know, while we're at it, let's make a better tile for this. We'll make it blue. No, we'll keep it white. Let's see if we have anything. Light box. We'll use this. Let's change our snap options to 8. Whoops. And we'll make this okay, and oh, I didn't realize quadrant size. Let's make this 16. make our visibilities. We're gonna add some alpha to this, so it's not like overwhelming. And then I do want to add like numbers to it. Maybe we can see like, maybe we'll add numbers to it based on like what action you're doing. So like if you're doing a dash, it'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if you're jumping, it'll also add some numbers. Let's figure that out. So we'll call this record tile. Or record tile. And basically just going to remove place record tile from our room here, and we'll put it in our world instead. So local tile position, I think we don't need this anymore. Oh wait, what the hell? Did we not? Get back here. Copy all of this. And print out our commented stuff. There we go. We want to place this, but I don't think we need to record the positions anymore because it's already the global position if we're using our world. So we can get rid of this. I'll just place global position here. And this is record tile now. Alright, so it should do the same exact thing. Let's go back into our player. Level manager, we don't need to do this anymore. We can just say get parent.place record tile. Let's just say, yeah, that should be fine. This is 0 now. Is it doing anything? It's not. Let's see what's going on here. Record tile.world to map global position 0. I'll restart our game. Sets of the world to map. Huh. Let's see. We'll increase our Z index. Let's just do 1 for now. I don't think that's the issue. There's something else going on here. Let's see. Position. Oh, okay. We want to keep this as position. And then another thing we're going to want to do, honestly, I'll reduce the intensity of it. It is a little distracting. I mean, we are using it for debugging, but it doesn't need to be this apparent. So get rid of that. We'll reduce the alpha, and then we'll start. We also want to make sure that we delete it after we die. And then we're gonna want to add values or like numbers. Or we could just change the intensity of it. No, that'll be a little harder. Yeah, we had to fix this too. So on place record tile, what we're gonna do is we're also gonna grab the state of the player. Oh yeah, that's one of the original levels. Place record tile, we're going to grab the state of the player and position. So let's go back here. We're going to match certain states. The only other issue is since we're running this in our physics process, we want to make sure if the tile already exists, we don't want it to replace that tile. We want to keep it there and keep the number there. Or honestly, we could just place the number there and kind of ignore it. We'll see. So we'll do match state. The only issue here is that we can't really print out the state. We're just gonna run numbers. So I'll have to check what number our state is. I don't feel like, honestly, what we should have done is, here, actually we'll do it now. We're gonna record all of these states. Now, I wonder if using this, like if we have two different variables that, like two enum variables, I wonder if it's going to say that birth is the same as birth in our level manager. I'm going to try it out right now. So let's go into our level manager real quick. Kind of doubt it, but we can hope. Bro, my script is so long. How do I manage all of it? Honestly, I mean, I stare at the same code almost all the time, so like it's easy to remember where everything is. I feel like if I took, like, you know, maybe a 3-month break and then I started looking at my code again, it'd probably confuse me. But I don't really comment out my code, but what I do is what do? I kind of like, I try to name things as obvious as possible. So like, you know, next to wall, you know, I give my start activate shader, you know, like you give your variables and functions decent names, and then, you know, when you try to figure something out, or like if you forget what something is, the variable should explain itself. And I guess that's the best advice I can give. So we're just gonna check if these two references are the same. So we'll do if states dot idle is equal to manager, or yo, what's up, Black Void? How you doing, man? It's going pretty well. Um, I feel like I'm like in a. There's still so much to do. Um, which date? Let's just comment this out for now. Yeah, I just started like about a week ago. Okay, so yeah, they do print out true, so that's good. Um, yeah, I started pretty recently. Um, I streamed a lot on Reddit, but lately their servers have been like super weird. Like I always get disconnected, or starting the stream is always frustrating. So I just decided, hey, let me switch over to Twitch. I also stream on YouTube, which has been like I guess more successful lately. Or I mean like I just get more views on YouTube. Twitch seems to like no one wants to watch me on Twitch for some reason. All right, so this prints true. So what we'll do here is we'll match the state here. So we'll stay level manager dot states dot we'll handle the dash first. We'll switch over to the jump, and then what we're gonna want to do is maybe I'll add this. I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this, because it's like we're gonna have to create a label for every single tile that we hit, and I don't know if that's the best way to go about it. Yeah, Twitch is pretty difficult. But yeah, I've been using this. You've probably heard of it. It's called Restream. It lets you like stream to multiple platforms. And that's what I use. If you pay for it, it lets you like stream to even more platforms, but at the moment you're like bound to just two. I might pay for it. I don't know. It's kind of expensive though. It's like 20. I want to say 20 something dollars a month. But I'm cool with just YouTube and Twitch. That's the only ones that I really care about, I guess. So level manager, we're gonna have to create a new scene here. This is going to be a label. Another thing we could do is put this instead of our world scene. We could technically put it in our main scene, just so that we can keep like a higher resolution to play these numbers. Because I'm sure if let me see, we're gonna want to keep this at 8. The numbers might be hard to see. Wait, no, 4. It might be hard to see if we're bound to such a. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's good enough. Put closer to the center here. Okay. Where do I want to save this? We'll save this under We'll make a new folder, call it debug. We'll call this, I don't even know what to call it. Tile counter label. Okay, so in this script, tile counter label, let's grab this. Let's make a reference to it here. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to add a new instance of our tile counter. So we'll do var temp label is equal to, let's do temp counter, is equal to, oh, kind of lagged out there. What did I call it? And then we're going to want to put this in the same exact position. So temp counter global position is equal to the pause. But we also want to make sure, what I'll do actually is we're going to put this afterwards. So that it doesn't reset, or like we don't get like multiple instances of it. And we'll say if we're gonna check if we already have a tile in our record tile. So if record tile dot is it has tile? No, dot get tile or get cell v of world to map position. Equals -1. -1 basically means if it doesn't exist, then we'll do this. If it does exist, then we don't want to do anything. So var temp counter equals tile instance. Oh, and then we want to set a value to it. So temp counter dot text is equal to, let's just say, or we're going to want to add a counter to this too. So we'll call it var dash distance counter. Hey, thanks for joining, Resenyas. Yeah, I honestly, I love the Godot community. Everyone's like super helpful. I'm in a bunch of Godot discords, and everyone's always like super friendly, helpful, and like it's funny. I used to stream a lot on Reddit, and then like the #1 comment that I always see is like, "Hey, another Godot user," and they're always excited to see it. So I think this is the first time I've seen it. On YouTube. Chev also uses Godot. Yeah, most of my my viewers are people from, or a lot of my viewers are from people on Rungeon server, and that's just one example of like a great community. So temp counter dot text is going to equal what did I call it? Dash distance counter, and we also want to add to our dash distance counter. And then what we want to do too is reset this. I'm not sure where we want to reset this. I mean, I guess I don't want to reset it all the time. We could just technically check if our state is not the dash state, that we reset it there. Or what we could do is just have it so that when the player exits the state. But honestly, I'll leave it here. If it's fall, we'll set it to, you know what, for now, let's just do it here. State does not equal states dash. We'll reset it there. And then we want to do the same exact thing for our jump, but I want to make sure this works first. So temp dot position is equal to our position, and if it does not equal -1, then we should place it. Yeah, and Chef has been super helpful too. I don't know if I already said that. So yeah, it doesn't work just yet. Let me try to figure out why. Place record tile. We grab our state. Place record. Yeah, we grab our state here, and then over here in our world, match state. Let's print to see if this actually works. So it is printing true, and if record tile dot get LB -1, double true. So yeah, we're not printing out double true. If record tile dot gets LV of, oh, this should be, get rid of all of our other print statements too. We are printing our motion, I believe. We crash. So it seems. Wait, no, this is right. Okay, so at the moment, it is technically 0. Let's reset this. Let me just start the game over. Because the tiles are already there, that's why it's 0. We dash over. It's still 0. So what's going on here is very strange because we haven't set it to 0 just yet, and yet let me think about this. Oh, I'm silly. There we go. Temp counter dot text with label and str. Okay, so it is working. The only issue now is that it isn't it isn't placing our this temp counter just yet. I mean, it might. Let's look at record tile here. Oh, we never actually added it to our game. So we'll do, after we've changed its global position, rec.global position, we want to do temp counter dot do record tile dot add child temp counter. There we go. The numbers are there, but it's because our resolution is so low. We're not gonna see anything really. Let me try adding it. Let me see what happens if we run it in our main scene. Yeah, it's not even visible. So what I think we'll do is we'll just manipulate. Wait. Oh. Yeah, we can barely read it. So maybe we want to either, let me see. Maybe we get rid of pixel art here. Let's remove. Oh, the only issue is that I don't think we can manipulate the text size unless we have a font added, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we'll have to add some sort of font there. Another thing we could do is technically add it to our main scene and then have it run over our main scene's viewport. But another alternative is just to color code it. We could just make it so that honestly, this thing is so trivial. It doesn't really matter. Like, we can either add. I thought adding the tile counter would be cool. We could also try figuring out a better. Let me see. Let me try. We can try 16. We'll add. This font again. Maybe what we'll do is we'll change the size to 4. Maybe 4. Oh wait, is it 4 or try making this pitch black? So I set hinting to none. Oh wait, yeah, hinting to none and anti-aliased. Font color. Okay, so if we make it, we'll make it black. Let's try 60 or 8 here. 8 gives us better. Maybe I can find a better what's it? Sorry, I'm like slow right now. Find a better font that works at lower resolutions. Yeah, damn, that's way too big. It's like hard to see too. And it also doesn't match the position. Honestly, I think we're gonna lower our position just a bit too. If this doesn't work, we're probably just gonna stick to probably just do color codes. Change the color of each of those tiles, and we'll make this move. Let me think here. I want to move our position by 8 pixels. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to do this in our code, for our player code, place record tile. Do global position plus vector 2. 0 and 8, so it moves down 1. They're so big. And it, wait, it's here. Yeah. Okay, so the numbers are fine. Or the tile placement is fine. But yeah, 12 is way too big. And the global position, we're gonna wanna move this global position. So, temp counter, rectangle, rect. You know what? Why? We do rect global position. It should just be global position and plus vector 2, 0, -8. Let's switch this back to 8, and let's try changing the colors. Black, maybe blue. We'll do blue. Or pink. Pink will be better. Temp counter dot global set index global position on. So I guess we have to use rect. Very strange. Yeah, it's very hard to tell what it is. I'll probably color code it. But I think I'm gonna take a break now. So thanks for watching, everyone. I think in our next streams, we're probably, since we have this new like record mechanic, I'll probably update it a little bit, and then we'll go straight into level design. I'll see you, Chev. What do you... If, some people are still here, what do you guys think about, like... Does it seem weird to, like, promote yourself on your stream? Like, would I say, like, hey, would you guys, like, at the end of my stream, if you guys want to wishlist the game on Steam, should I, like, ask for that? I don't want to sound like I'm, you know, begging for wish lists or anything like that. But I wonder. Not weird at all? Okay. Yeah, so I think I'll start asking that in my streams. I'll start today. Yeah, if you guys want to wishlist the game on Steam, it's called Afterlife. I'll send the link real quick. Oh. Oh, okay. No. The new record tile, like, adds an alpha to these tiles here, or to our moving eye right there. Yeah. I assume there's gonna be people that won't like it, but for like the average user, I'm wondering if people are gonna mind it, or, you know, it might be a turnoff for some people. It usually, I guess, because you're like critical about yourself. You have a bot that pops up like every... Oh, that's a better idea. That way I don't have to go through the awkwardness of saying it myself. I might just do that. You know, I really like how the camera follows the player. Originally, I was going to make it so that the camera never follows the player, or like it doesn't move around on the x-axis, but kind of like it now. It does make the game slightly harder to play, because you're like, now you have to like sort of adapt, or your eyes have to adapt to some of the movement, but doesn't look too bad. Or maybe I'll make it so that it moves in sections, kind of like in what's a game that does that? I think they do that in shit, man. I have like brain fog right now. Like in Mega Man or something like that. Okay, yeah, I'll add the, here, let me just play through the game. For anyone who wants to see some of the gameplay. I'm trying to, like, speedrun through it. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to edit some of these rooms. Send the link over. Oh, I also updated the Steam page with the new cover photo. Still have to update the screenshots and everything. But I also think this is our. Oh wait, no, this is our old trailer. I'll have to update that too. But yeah, here's the Steam page for anyone interested, and you can play the game for free over here on Itch. There is a slight bug, not a bug, but I have the shader in the game, which makes the game harder to run if you don't have like, you know, a dedicated CPU. I will fix that pretty soon. Hopefully by the end of this week. Let me see what's today. Yeah, I'm hoping by like Sunday we'll have a new version out. So yeah, if you have like a GPU, you won't have any issues, but if you're running on a laptop, it'll lag out a bit. A lot of it, actually. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm gonna head out. I'll see you around.